I have finished peeing. I am now returning to the computer.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name, as always, is Ryan, or you can call me Ryman, and this is Katawa Shoujo. Last time we left off... Oh god, where did we leave off? I haven't even set my timer. That is how professional I am right now. When I set this damn timer, I will try to figure out where the hell I left off. You know what? Can't remember. Let's just surprise ourselves. Load. Ba-boom. The students roll into the class for the Saturday morning Saturday morning? Oh, someone's gonna get cut. Oh, you can drag me up out of bed for Saturday morning class. I will throttle someone. Each and every one of them sporting the tired eyes of people who have worked through the night. Oh, that's right, the festival's coming up. With only a day left to prepare, I suppose it's not so surprising. Thankfully, we only have to suffer through class until the lunch break, and then our time is our own. Muto lurches into the class in a tired stagger. I suppose students aren't the only people who here that enjoy their late Friday nights. This dude was drinking heavily, let's be honest here. Without saying a word, he scrawls some page and question numbers on the board and slumps down at his desk, suffering from the obvious hangover and really not changing anything with his teaching. He drinks every night and every day is a hangover for him, isn't it? This actually explains a lot. It's completely atypical behavior for him, but it appears that no one in the class is going to call him out on it. I will! Muto, you're a drunken piece of shit! Wordlessly, the students shuffle their textbooks into position and get to work. Not wanting to break the trend, I do the same. Fatigue has made the class antisocial. Not a peep is heard among the ruffling papers. That can apparently be attributed to the 2 empty seats behind me. For some reason, Misha and Shizune aren't present, probably doing council work for the festival. It's very quiet without Misha present. I wonder if she was born as rowdy as she is, or she is making up for Shizune's lack of voice. I want to say both, but I think she's just naturally that rowdy. Nakai... Oh, shit, it's Muto. Nakai, can I speak to you for a moment? I'm so engrossed about thinking about Misha, and you said it for the 3rd fucking time she's gonna appear like she's Beetlejuice, that I didn't even notice a Muto approaching my desk. Sure. What's this about? Was this about calling you a drunk? I call all my friends drunks. It's probably better if we speak outside the classroom. Something about this doesn't sound too good, but I stand up and follow him out into the hallway. Muto stands in the hallway, scratching his head as he works out what he's trying to say. Not knowing what is going on, I wait silently, while probably pissing myself. So tell me, how are things? Things? I expected Muto to be a little vague, but this is pushing the limits. You know, things. You've had a week to settle in now, so how are things? Fine, I guess. I see. And how is your condition? Still there, you know. The pause before condition seemed a little unnecessary. Haven't had any problems so far. A brief shimmer of relief passes across Muto's face. Good, that's good. The school nurse was a little concerned that you might have been pushing yourself a little bit too hard. Speaking of the nurse, I think I'm actually starting to slip into the nurse's voice for him. I apologize. He asked me to keep an eye on you when he couldn't. That makes sense, I guess. I'd ask that you don't blow us off so freely. As much as we try to give you the level of education that you would get at a normal school, you have to realize that you have limits. Our goal is to make sure that you know where those limits are and how to maximize your potential within them. Do you follow me? I guess. I mean, I don't plan on doing anything stupid. Okay, define stupid, Hisao. I will tell you where that limit is. Well, that's a start, I guess. So then, on to my next question. How are you finding your studies? I understand you were laid up for a while. We're not too far ahead, are we? I don't really think so. I tried to keep up with it when I was in the hospital, so it hasn't been too hard. Muto taps his chin and raises an eyebrow as he absorbs this information. Is that so? I suppose there are still students out there who realize the importance of learning. I wouldn't go that far. I was only trying to keep myself occupied in a little life support prison. Well, yeah, you gotta keep up with these things, right? That's exactly it! One wrong move in this world and you're left behind, right? Why am I receiving a message at fucking 11:15 at night? The fuck is going on? This better be good. I'm working, people. Right, wouldn't want that to happen. Gee, what? Fucking coworkers, what? Oh my god, 2 seconds, people. Honestly, these people call at the worst fucking times. I can text and I can work and work at the same time. That's what I can do. Right, wouldn't want that to happen. No, you wouldn't. Every week there's a new scientific discovery. Most of them mean nothing to the layperson, but any one of them could be the key to the next big thing. I'll keep that in mind. It's obvious that Muto's serious talk is over, and he's gone back to his standard, slightly scattered-brained approach to life. I think, in hindsight, that I prefer him this way. He's slightly more predictable in his unpredictability. Did I accidentally turn off my fucking timer? Oh my god, thank you, G. Well then, I think that's all I really had to say. Let's get back inside, shall we? My relief at that suggestion is insurmountable. Sure, you're the boss, right? Muto passes for a moment. I don't think any of my students have ever said that to me before. For an instant, I consider replying to this, but something deep within me tells me to shut the fuck up and get back inside the classroom. A few of the students jump at the sound of the door. Skittish, maybe? Rapidly trying to pretend that they were working on the questions on the board. Oh, I get it, they're just lazy pieces of shit. Some don't even bother. Their heads slumped on their desk as they nap. Thankfully, it would appear that Muto doesn't even notice them. He returns to his desk and retrieves his scientific journal from one of the drawers. I guess I got him there. The class returns to the near silence that Muto and I left it before our chat. Mixed feelings of tiredness and anticipation buzz around the room. Everyone here is either waiting for a chance to rest or the chance to get their last-minute preparations underway. I nearly jumped at the sound of that bell. Fuck. The clock on the wall slowly ticks the remaining class time away until finally the bells cry out, ending the torment. Really, Chief? Oh my lord. Before you all leave, I expect the answers for those problems by Monday! The class size is one instantly regretting slacking off, but still actively aware of the more pressing issues at hand. The classroom empties in a blink as everyone rushes to their last-minute festival preparations. I stay behind and try to quickly finish the questions so I don't have to bother with it over the rest of the weekend, with the festival and all tomorrow. It's fucking tomorrow?! Jesus! Oh, hey, Hanako. Apart from me, Hanako is the only one left, obviously waiting for Lily. It's weird that Lily comes all the way to our classroom to pick her up. I expect that moving around is, at least normally, harder for her than it is for Hanako. But it's none of my business, as I sip my Lipton tea. And I naturally don't ask about it from Hanako. No one's gonna get that. Despite the relative proximity of our seats, neither tries to strike up a conversation about that or anything else either, so an oppressive silence falls upon the classroom. Time passes in silence. It's probably just 15 minutes or so, but it feels longer. I turn pages of my notebook. Hanako turns pages of the novel she's reading, and I'm gonna have to cut this bit out because I have to fucking take care of this conversation. Oy, oy, oy. My pencil let splinters against the paper just when I was about to finish a paragraph. The sound of my irritated sigh and subsequent and a fumbling around for a sharpener feel like they're breaking the mood in the classroom. Hanako keeps her eyes firmly away from my direction. Used to it! Before long, Lily's tall figure appears in the doorway. Hanako? Damn, girl, you fucking pick up at the speed of light! Her name is all it takes to make Hanako jump from her desk and run to Lily. They talk quietly for a moment, but it isn't long before Lily leaves down the hall and Hanako idles back into the classroom, taking her seat once again. I watch Hanako out of the corner of my eye, out of sheer curiosity at the idea that the two would be separated. For a couple of minutes, she does nothing but sit with her chin in her hand, staring at the desk dejectedly. The boredom evidently becomes too much for her, though, her slender frame reaching into her bag and pulling out a small book. Come to think of it, that isn't the one I saw her reading at the library. She must be quite a fast reader to get through them at this rate. But why would Lily leave her to her own devices? It seems to be quite out of the ordinary, going by Hanako's reaction. Ellipses. Oh, are we making eye contact? Is this what's happening right now? That's right. I think Lily mentioned something about going into town today before Rin bumped into us. So that's what she's doing. And I thought of that. Well, the thought of that walk makes me look outside. The bright sun and occasional people wandering around and enjoying the afternoon makes me yearn to get out of school, or at least do something other than sit here. Given into one of my worst vices, procrastination, I decide that history is a subject best studied on a Sunday, or a Monday, or any other day that is than this one. I give a grunt as I level myself out of my seat, briefly debating with myself whether or not to hang out with Kenji. Oh, that was a different kind of grunt. He doesn't strike me as the enjoying the nice weather outside with others kind of person, really. I guess I'll catch up with him later, or he'll catch up with me as he ambushes me and hits me up for more money. In the nude. changing tacks. I briefly entertained the idea of talking with Hanako, but by the time I look at her seat, it's vacant. She must have left for the library, fucking silently, as the assassin I am sure she is. There's gotta be something to do that can kill the time. I can either go to the library, or go for a walk into town. This seems to break down into either, do we track down and talk to Hanako, or do we go and track down and talk to Lily? What do I want to do? What suits me? Speak to me, game. Guide my soul, guide my hips. You know, I think I have a gut reaction to go talk to Hanako. The library seems as good a place to go as any. Hanako looked as if she was taken pretty off guard by Lily leaving, so she might want someone to talk to. Okay. I can't think of any other kind of bullshit reason to go. Let's go for that. Slinging my bag over my shoulder, I make my way out of the classroom. I walk down the hallway to the library, past a multitude of closed doors. Through each one, the sound of furious rehearsal can be heard. Rock music blares out of one door, almost as loud as a concert. I guess that's one of the advantages of a private school. There are actually enough rooms to go around at a time like this. And when I think about it, the grounds and buildings of the school are kept in pretty good condition. That can't be too cheap. Oh, I've heard this place has some pretty serious benefactors. The walls of the library only partially insulate the noise of the festival preparations. But they're the only sounds to be heard. Not a soul stirs here, with everyone apparently enjoying the weather outside or working on festival events. The outside is fucking overrated. I'm staying in. Yuko isn't here either. Maybe she doesn't work on Saturdays. I quietly walk through the library, now fairly familiar with its layout. I head to the back, where Hanako's private little corner is. That sounds adorable that you call it. It's like Hanako's private little corner. Focus. I run my hand along the spines of the books on the way through, feeling the individual texture of each as I glance across the titles. I used to do this all the time at the library at the hospital. Some things never change, I guess. Like war. War never changes. Like the smell of a library. No matter how much you care to take, the paper in its books is always going to degrade with time. I'm sure that's deep. Probably, no matter which library you go into, anywhere in the world, it must have the same musty smell. I find something that looks light enough to read without any major thought involved, then look for Hanako in the reading area. Hi, Hanako. You gotta look surprised every time I'm around the corner. Well, once again, she is sitting on a beanbag with her back to a bookshelf, reading the same book she had in the classroom. She slowly makes her way through the pages. Unlike the last time I saw her here, I quietly take a seat in a beanbag. The noise is enough to catch her attention, but not startle her. This delicate routine that must be followed each and every time I try to talk to her almost feels like hunting game. Is that the same book as before? Yes, I'm almost finished. Cool. I wonder if I should... Oh, okay, we're going fucking balls deep. Oh, here we go. Do you mind if I borrow it when you're finished? My mouth is faster than my mind, it seems. Not me! Dude, I am your stand, okay? I don't know what my power is, but... Ooh.
Sure, you may not like it, but...
I'm sure it can't be that bad. After all, you've stuck with it, haven't you?
I guess...
I settled into my beanbag and set about reading my own book that I had been buried in my bag. It's a light novel about pirates. To be honest, I'm barely skimming over the words, having chosen the book merely because it belongs to a different genre than I usually read. Finding it hard to muster enough enthusiasm to finish the book, and knowing that I have inadvertently distracted Hanako quite a bit, I just decided to try and make conversation. So... I see Lily left without you. I'm fucking reading this awkwardly. I feel bad bothering her almost. She nods before taking her eyes off her book. She must have been really into it after all.
Lily said she had to go and meet someone.
Oh?
Akira, her sister.
Sister? I haven't heard her talk about her family. I don't talk about mine. You act like it's a big deal.
She and Akira used to live together.
I thought all the students lived in the dorms.
I mean, we don't have to.
But it's easier, right? I mean, there's food here, and you're close to school. I don't think I've ever been to a class on time so often in my life. Her badly hidden smile proves quite rewarding. Oh, it's so fucking adorable! In the back of my mind, I know I have a bit of homework to catch up on, but it's quite comfortable in here. No one can find me and force me into working for their pet project. This library is the greatest fucking place of all time. Oh my god. This sentence right here made me realize it's the perfect hideaway. He's right. Not once since coming here into this library has anyone burst through the doors with their wah-ha-has or their collecting of things or their leglessness. It's peaceful. Like, I can take a nap in here. Though now that I'm thinking about the festival, another question comes up. Hey, Hanako, what are you doing for the festival? Well, okay, I made mistakes. Oh, for a split second, I think that Hanako was about to throw her book in the air from shock. Sorry? I was just asking what you were doing for the festival tomorrow. Anything planned? I don't know. Hanako answers in the way that people do when they don't want you to ask any more questions. I take it large crowds and loud music aren't really her thing. Oh my god, that hurts. That hurts because that relates on so many fucking levels right now you don't even know. When will you ever see Ryan as the most uneasy, clearly a clearly uncomfortable person? You put him with a large crowd. Oh, okay. Change the subject. Oh god, I'm literally drawing a fucking blank. So how hot's Lily's sister? Damn it! So what's Lily's sister like?
She's nice. She's pretty like Lily, but she dresses business-like.
Business lady, eh? Business like? She wears a suit, I'm guessing. Then, I don't know, I fucking took business. That wasn't hard for me to put together, dude. Thank you.
She's always wearing a suit.
I see. And that makes her less pretty somehow? Hanako gives an embarrassed shake of her head.
No, just different.
I'll admit it. This has got me intrigued. To hear Hanako talk about someone other than Lily is a first, and to be complimentary about it too. But as I try to picture this mysterious sister, all I can think of is Lily in a suit. And I can't imagine that not being attractive. Not at all. Well, one day you'll have to introduce me to her.
Okay.
We're making progress with this, girl. I'm okay with this. Our brief conversation ends as abruptly as it started, and we both return to our novels. Tick, 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 tick. The passage of time is marked only by the gradual movement of the patch of light cast through the window. Slowly, the noises of the various rehearsals in the building fade out and die as students start to get hungry and tired. Just thinking about that makes my stomach turn to knots around itself. I think it's time to head back. Do you think Lily would be back by now? I think I might head back to my dorm. I'm pretty tired from this week. And not a word of that is a lie. Moving to a new school as it ramps up for a major event has been taxing, to say the least. I can feel myself nodding off as I read my book.
Okay, I might stay here a little longer.
Looking at Hanako's book, I can see that she... Please get off the screen, Rappy Shake. I can see that Lily is only a few pages away from completing it. For a moment, I consider hanging around until she finishes, but once again my stomach turns, emitting a gurgling sound. I will now attempt to imitate my stomach. Gurgling stomach or demon from hell, you be the judge. Possibly both. Sure thing. Well, I'm gonna head off before it gets dark. I'll see you around, okay?
Oh, okay. See you, Hisao.
Later!
Hisao?
Yeah?
Thank you for hanging out with me.
Aww. I gotta go do something. Yes, you know what? I think maybe I'll cut it short here. Should I? Fuck, when did I start this? Fuck it. I'm gonna cut it short here for today, folks. I know that might make some of you sad face, but I'm gonna leave off on the note of me pulling a Hanako. Yes, that's what's gonna happen. So, thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed, give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, check out the Facebook to keep up with all the news and any other content I might add, and I gotta go do something.